What is up? How we doing, guys? A1, it's in the books. And KTM, Eli Tomac, I knew he looked good. He looks happy. He's going to be hard to beat, guys. Let's see. We got anyone in here yet? Any comments? Tomac stays wealthy. If he stays wealthy, yes, he's going to be very wealthy and healthy if he keeps winning. Man, it was slick tonight. That was the thing that we were worried about. We knew he was good on the soft dirt. I didn't know how he'd handle the KTM on the slick dirt. Damn. I will say this. That might have been the worst night in the history of Team Kawasaki. Let me just break this down. So Prado quits the team. Anderson kind of quit the team, but he didn't quit like Prado did. But they both said, there's problems. These guys don't know what they're doing. The bike's not good. It's just not people we want to work with. Both guys. I mean, Anderson went to a Suzuki. He went back to a Kickstart to get a better bike and proved it. He's happy. He got fourth. He's flying, or fifth. So he's still doing really good. Prado, I cannot believe a podium. Hands down, but he had to. He had to do that after what he did when he quit. He had to do that, but I will give him credit. That is a world champion. That is the guy we thought we were getting last year when he came over here to race. Okay, I'll eat my hat. Tomac won the race. I didn't think it was going to ever win on a KTM. Hey, I didn't either. I honestly did not think I thought going to KTM was going to be an absolute disaster until I saw him in Canada. And like I said, I got some quality time with him to talk there. And he explained some of the reasons and that he wasn't comfortable on the Yamaha as I thought he was. And that new chassis on the Yamaha wasn't like the one that he first rode when he signed there. So yeah, when they did that, I was like, yeah, okay, now I'm in on the KTM. I was still a little bit worried after what we saw in Australia, but what he did tonight, hands down, one of the baddest ass things I've ever done. Any word on Justin Barcia? No, and I'm terrified, guys. That looked really bad. One of my buddies who was there at the stadium told me, they didn't have the cameras on him, but they said he did not move the entire time. I'm praying for Justin Barcia. That was gruesome. I hate hearing stuff like that, seeing stuff like that. It was really bad. I don't know about Barcia's chest protector deploying, but I'm sure he was wearing one. I would think he's wearing one because he likes Alpine Star. He's got a good, relationship with them, even though he's kind of a TLD on the TLD team. I mean, the inflatables underneath. I would think he's probably wearing one. But I always have to ask you guys, if you watch this channel, I do not like when they have that 45-degree turn over a rhythm section or a jump like they had, and you get a whole pack of riders coming through there. You are bound to have somebody cross jump or land on somebody else. And that was horrible. That looked like Trey Kennard and Ryan Morris back in the day when he landed on him. Ugly. And I really hope both guys are okay. Gosh, dang. Let's see. What do you guys want to talk about here? I just figured I didn't even do any notes. I just jumped on here. Let's see. I forgot who said it, but they said he can feel all his limbs. Thank you. I don't know who said that, but if that's true, yes, I'm glad. Definitely a nasty concussion. And I'll be honest with you, my first thought was, holy crap, Barcia's at the end of his career. He's got those two beautiful kids. And I think he's got a third on the way. I'm like, come on, man. Let's maybe, I don't know if he's got enough money to survive forever, but I don't know. When you see a guy take a hit like that, and I know he's got a family, I'm just like, okay, maybe it's time to get out. And I will say, I did call Max Anstie, and I knew coming off of that World Supercross Series, he would be ready coming in. And I knew with Deegan and Kitchen and all their jabbering, it puts a lot of undue pressure. And Deegan hasn't typically started Supercross on fire. He comes out and he's good, but he's not unbeatable. He's not coming out there like James Stewart used to. So I was like, I still think Deegan's going to win the championship, but he's going to have to get a little bit more comfortable and go after Max Anstie. But that'll be interesting because he's not going to rattle Max Anstie. You're not going to get in Max Anstie's head with trash talk. Let's see what else we got here, guys. What are your thoughts? What are your thoughts on the Webb AP incident? I think it was a mistake. It was too much, too early. Rarely do you ever see Cooper Webb make a mistake, but the way that jump was into the turn to block Prado, he should have just let Prado have the line, but he was trying to block it. He didn't know AP was going inside. By the time AP switched and went outside to in, Webb was in the air. He had no, like, he couldn't hit the brakes. They don't run mirrors. It was a racing incident, but damn, that was a hard hit. And I think Webb will even tell you, yeah, my fault. Sorry, dude. I didn't mean to hit you that hard. Let's see. What else we got, guys? I'll do some full videos breaking down everything. There's so much I want to talk about between how, let me just ask you guys this. How big did that track look with those new tough blocks? The fact that they're angled so the guys can use the whole thing. And we didn't have tough blocks being kicked in front of guys every other lap, like every year before. What a huge success that was. Let's see. Webb Plesinger was totally racing incident. It was, but it was also a mistake by Cooper Webb. He, like Plesinger said, it's the first lap of the first race. Bro, settle down. That was uncalled for. And like I said, it wasn't intentional. It wasn't like he did it vindictively, but he did screw up, and it cost Plesinger pretty big. Marchbanks. I gotta say, my heart bleeds for Marchbanks. If you guys watch this channel, you also know that I'm a huge Garrett Marchbanks fan, and I was looking forward to his debut on the 450. And I watched him during the, like the press day, all the footage. He looked loose, but I saw those times they were off, and I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on at Kawasaki. This is insane. You take a guy, Jorge Prado, who sucked on the Kawasaki. I mean, he was bad. Anderson wasn't that good either. And both those guys had good nights. And then you take Sexton, who was winning races last year, and he's going to win races again, but he looked horrible on his Kawasaki. And Marchbanks to not qualify, he's better than that. That something's wrong, and I don't know what it is. I remember last year when Dan Fahey said something about not putting the scoop tire on Prado's bike because he didn't think he was ready to run up front yet. And I thought, what in the hell is he talking about? I think they've got some issues over there. I don't know Dan Fahey personally, but whenever I hear him talk racing, I always think, what an idiot. I don't think he knows jack shit about racing. Maybe they need somebody else over there. When Mike Fisher was there, they did really good, and they seemed to get the right things. But Dan Fahey, nah. Roczen Tomac Championship. Yeah, very well. The thing is Roczen has got to win these early races because we know he's not going to be as strong as Tomac in the end. But yeah, this is the season. If Ken Roczen, I mean, it's crazy to think this guy's never won a Supercross championship, and he might get it this late in his career. The stars are lining up. And like I said, you guys know that I don't like him personally. I think he's kind of a douche. I don't care. That would still be movie storybook stuff if he actually got that win. As somebody said, Kawasaki. I don't know how you can not say that. I mean, they couldn't have had a worse night for Kawasaki. That was awful. Good chance Sexton backs out of his Kawasaki contract at the end of Supercross. You know what, though? Here's the problem with that, though. Where does he go? He's already burned the bridge at Honda. He's burned the bridge at KTM. Yeah, I don't know. Like, that's 3 brands he's burned. Does he go to Yamaha? Do they find room for him? They're not going to find room for him. Well, they got Cooper Webb winning. I don't know. Does he go to Ducati? For a guy who's finicky and has to have specific things, do you really want him developing your new Ducati? Those things looked really good, by the way. Dylan Ferrandis wasn't kidding when he said he loved that chassis. I mean, he looked way better than last year. Let's see. Let me pull up the results here, run down a little bit. Like I say, these are just casual. I'll just jump on here with you guys after the races, and we'll do like a casual live, nothing major. I'll do my regular videos. Oh, Hunter Lawrence. Hey, he looked pretty good, man. He was solid. This is good for Hunter Lawrence. He did what he needed to do as far as staying up front, battling. He would have probably got the podium if he wasn't. And boy, Jason Thomas and James Stewart called it perfectly when they said he's scared of Anderson. Yes, absolutely. And he should be, because Anderson will put him over the berm. This early in the season, you got to play it smart. You take your time. You settle for not going to get the podium and you ride where you are. Hunter played it perfectly. He'll have his opportunities to win, but I don't think he's going to be in championship contention unless he gets one of these wins pretty early. If they let Tomac or Roczen, if these guys go on a run, they're going to get away from the pack. Those two guys know if they can not make mistakes and work together, they can leave the field and battle for this championship between the two of them. That track looked slick, 100%. It looked ice. I don't know. I've never seen that many rocks and pebbles in the Anaheim dirt. I don't know what happened. I wonder if they got new dirt or what they did, but I've never seen that many rocks and pebbles in Anaheim. Usually it's pretty good dirt. I don't know what happened there. Let's see what we got here, guys. Marchbanks didn't look good today at all. Yeah, he didn't. I'm with you. He did not. If I was talking to Marchbanks, and I did text him, but I was like, just, you got to forget it. You got to pretend like this didn't happen. And remember, Hunter Lawrence didn't qualify in his first 450 race. It's not unheard of. It's incredibly embarrassing as a factory rider not to make the main event. But it was he wasn't the only one battling to get into the main event. You got Colt Nichols, Aaron Plessinger. That's a pretty stacked LCQ. I think Justin Cooper was in there. Yeah, seriously, it's a tough LCQ. So I would tell Marchbanks, relax, pretend like round 2 is round 1, and ride the bike. Don't worry about results. Don't worry about all the craziness around being a factory rider. Does the Kawasaki, is it a piece of crap? Is it team morons? You ride what's available and just do what you can with it and see where it happens in round 2. And Marchbanks is going to have to do that. Let's see. What do I think about Webb's night? It's okay. He didn't have a great night. He looked like he was probably going to get a podium until he made that mistake. He still salvaged a decent amount of points. That's a defending champion that knows this is a 17-round championship and not one. He understands you can't win it, but you can lose it on that night. I think he'll be just fine. He's going to be in the mix. He usually does this. He wants to just hang around until he likes back east. He likes when they get to the really rutted, tracks where you really have to think towards the end of the night and you just don't pin it. He waits for attrition to take out other guys, and then he just strikes like a cobra. He's just fine. Jake Coop would podium if he blitzed. 100%. That I cannot believe that guy doesn't have that skill, or he does and he doesn't use it. I'll tell you what, he is damn good at jumping through the whoops, and he was flying, jumping through them. But you're right, that's the difference. On some nights, you just have to skim if you want to win or be on the podium. But I think he's content with just being a really fast guy that jumps through them. What do you think about removing the 6 single jumps from the track versus what the track map showed? I don't know. I didn't really compare the track map. I didn't really break it down because they do change those so often. I don't really care. Sometimes something on paper, when you build it, it doesn't look right. I'm okay with it. I thought the track was a good design, other than that 90 or the 40 degree into the triple. Every time there's a rhythm section that has a bend in it or jumps where it sends the guys, it funnels you down to one line. When you jump to the left and land on the right, when everyone does that, it's a problem because sooner or later guys are going to be side by side and they drift together. Let's see. Why do they design tracks those stupid 45 degree? I'm with you. I have been screaming for this as much as I've been. Tough blocks, they fixed them. Great. Now stop doing 45 degree turns. And if you're going to do it, you got to have a flat section where guys can just rail. It will be one line. But if you add jumps or rhythm sections into a 45 degree, you are asking for a midair collision. Speaking of midair collisions, oh boy, McAdoo, what was he doing? I know Deegan cut over, but come on, man. You've got to have a little bit of racecraft and understand you got to look through Deegan at the guy he's trying to pass and realize Deegan's coming over. He has the line, and he jumped right into him. I'm like, what are you doing? Let's see. What else we got? Who else stood out tonight? Hey, Christian Craig, after having that big crash on press day, I think he did all right. I'm super disappointed for Malcolm Stewart. Man, I really thought this might have been his year. I hope he's not hurt too bad. But now he's still battling with, now he's just like every other season. He's working through injuries and salvaging. Ah, brutal. Let's see who else we got here. Chance Hymas. Chance Hymas absolutely crushed it out there. I was excited to see him get away from that kind of toxic dog pound and where they take credit for everything you do. Chance Hymas might be a title threat in this thing. As he gains confidence, he looks like a man out there. He doesn't look like a kid. It's funny when they showed his age and he was 23. I'm like, wait a second, 23. When he was hanging around with the Lawrences and you talk, they were like, oh, Chance Hymas, like the little brother. I'm like, dude, isn't he older than Jet at that point? So yeah, I'm glad he got away from them. Like I say, it can be a toxic environment. I know where he's training here in Utah and Mesquite, there's a lot of good people. And I think that'll be good for him. And I do think he's probably going to be your outdoor national championship. And he might even be in the mix for the Supercross championship. What do you guys think? Am I wrong on Chance Hymas? Most confident I've ever seen Hymas. He did. He looked loose out there. He looked like a guy that was racing. And even after having that pretty big crash in qualifying, sometimes it's good when a guy's been out with a serious injury to take a little digger and realize, okay, I can crash and I'm not going to break. I can actually make a mistake. Because sometimes you're out there riding and you're like, you think one mistake and you're going to be out for 6 months. You take a crash, you go, oh, I can do this and not get hurt. And it's like, it almost builds confidence. It's weird. Ryder DeFrancisco, shave that. What is that? I'm sorry, guys. I don't want to make fun of anyone's style because look at me. But these mustaches, I'm sorry, are these guys trying to look like sex offenders? I don't get it. But maybe if that gets them the chicks, I don't know. But I think they look ridiculous with those. Mosman, DeFrancisco, those mustaches are absolutely ridiculous. He said he was keeping it if he won. He only got third. Come on, man. Don't change it. Now you didn't win. So shave the stash, bro. Your word is your word. Just go with it. Get rid of that stupid stash. Now, if he won, I'd be like, okay, fine. I'll grow a mustache. But he didn't win. So shave the mustache. The old school California look. Who wants to look like somebody from California these days? I'll just leave it at that. Kitchen was faster than Deegs, but Kitchen is mentally weak. He crumbled. After the War Awards, he made mistakes that he wouldn't normally make. He looks like a beta compared to an alpha in Hayden Deegan, even though Deegan didn't win. You know what I noticed in that press conference? Watch when Hayden Deegan is talking trash, and it's definitely aimed at Levi Kitchen. If you want to go back and watch it, Chance Hymas makes a look on his face like he wants to fight. And I was like, that's what I wanted to see out of Levi Kitchen. I don't want to see him cower and look like he's going to cry. I want to see him go, oh, we're doing that, are we? And I'm surprised. But hey, Chance Hymas has already gone head to head with Deegan. He's not scared. And that's what Levi Kitchen, I don't know where you find that or how you get that, but he needs to just man up, focus on himself, and race. Kitchen has lawn chair disease. Lawn chair disease. He constantly folds under pressure. 100%. Levi Kitchen, that's a great new nickname. We'll call him the lawn chair. All right, guys, that's it. I just wanted to jump on here. I'm going to try and do one of these after all the Supercrosses. I'll do my regular videos, but I think it's fun to come on here and just chat and hear what you guys are thinking. Throw any last questions in there, and if not, I'm going to let you guys have your evening, and I'm going to go try and watch Toronto, the Arena Cross. Man, I was so bummed for those guys. You guys know I like that series a lot. I think it's good for the riders. They try their hardest. Their stream didn't work yesterday. They had all this anticipation with Crazy Man, Cole Thompson wanting to kill Ryan Brees, and it didn't even air. I mean, not only did it not air, they weren't able to actually record it, so they won't even post like a replay of it. But it did. They did race here tonight. Don't tell me if you know the results. Don't put it in there. But I'm going to go watch that right now. So thanks, guys. I will catch you later.